Making a Google form in your Drive for a test or a survey or anything else to collect data, there is a new Google form. So I just wanted to give you a quick overview of that. If you go to New and then click on More, click on Google Forms. Once you're in Google Forms, this looks just like the old Google Forms. But if you click on this button, this will automatically show you the new Google Forms. It's the same content, it's just a different layout, and you can start from there. The first thing, you always start by titling your form. So we're just going to do an About You. The first question I'm going to ask is, how old are you? It's not a multiple choice answer, it's a short answer. Here, I can make it required. If it's slid, it's required. If it is not, then the student or person can finish this survey without answering it. To add another question, you go to the plus sign. What's your favorite subject? This can be a multiple choice question. Now, in order for students to pick one, I'm only giving them 5 options. So if you want them to be able to put in something else like basket weaving, you can do Add Other, where the student gets the opportunity to add something in. Again, if you want to make it required, you click this. If not, you leave this unchecked. These three buttons will enable them to see different options, such as a hint text, a go to section based on answer, and a shuffle option order. So they would shuffle these questions, so if students are taking tests next to each other, they can't copy. Let's add another question. What school did you go to before this one? Now, if you want to do a multiple choice, so let's change this to schools. Maybe I want to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And I can, down here, since we're on checkboxes, in your 3 dots, I can do data validation. I can have the students check at least, at most, or exactly. So at most, I only want them to see 4 schools. So they can either pick 1, 2, 3, or 4 schools that they have gone to before this one. Required. Now, that's enough about those quick questions. So let's add a section break. The section break brings them to a new page. You just can title the new page or not, it's up to you. When you hit the plus sign, I can add another question, but even better, I can pull in a YouTube video. Maybe I want to pull up one about boxer dogs, and I can select it. I tell the students what to do. I want this in the center, and now the students are going to watch this video and answer this question, but notice how they're in the wrong places. So I'm just going to drag this up here, and now the question is below. And now they'll have options. You can also do that with an image. Let's do another section break. If they do an image, you can either take a snapshot, upload from your computer, buy a URL if you know the URL, your albums, anything that is in your Google Drive, anything in your Drive, or I'm going to search. So I'm going to search for a water slide. Now again, I want this picture centered. That's totally up to you. I'm going to ask a question based on it. And now, I don't want the students to have an option for a multiple choice, but I want them to write a paragraph and make it required. When I'm ready to send it, I can always make it look pretty by doing the color palette first. So if I click on color palette, I can make the colors change, or I can make it more custom with a theme. So if I want a birthday theme or a cake theme, I select it, it changed the theme. If I do preview, this is how it would look for the students. Notice these stars are the required questions. When I'm ready to send, I click on the send button. And now, do I only want people at Patterson to log in? That's up to you. Or can anybody do it? Do I want to automatically collect the respondent's username? You must do that to do self-grading quizzes. How many answers can they submit? Now I can either email it to the students, or I can send a link, copy and paste it to your classroom, or I can embed HTML into a website. I hope this helps you with a little bit of forms, and good luck.